All right, everybody. We are back this afternoon in the House Committee on Government Operations, Military Affairs, and we're going to take a look at some amendments that we ordered on a couple of these charter bills. We're going to start with H504, which is amendments to the charter of the town of Berlin. So, Tucker, welcome back.
Good afternoon. In H504, you requested an amendment to strike the word taxation after it followed the clause value of personal property or inventory to clarify that this is in fact the appraised value of the personal property or and inventory, not of the inventory taxation.
Very complex.
The total assessed value of personal property or inventory is equal to. I think that would do it. Any questions for Tucker? Is there anybody who would like to volunteer to report this bill? I think.
Yeah, I will. I'm an expert at
Representative Morgan.
at appointments of clerks and
I have forgotten that you had
kind of thing.
already volunteered for that. Thank you.
I'm all over it.
Very much for your service, sir.
Indeed.
All right. Well, absent any other discussion, I would entertain a motion to accept draft 1.1 and move the bill favorably.
So moved.
Representative Morgan's made the motion that we accept draft 1.1. Any further discussion? Seeing none, the clerk shall commence to call the roll.
Representative Byron,
Yes.
Representative Boyden, yes. Representative Haga,
Yes.
Representative Morgan,
Yes.
Representative Hooper Brownington.
Yes.
Representative Murphy,
Yes.
Representative Chase,
Yes.
Representative Waters Evans,
Yes.
Representative Cooper Granville,
Yes.
Representative Nugent,
Yes.
Representative Higley,
Yes.
Representative McCarthy.
Yes.
0-0.
Thank you, Representative Morgan.
You bet.
So
Notice tomorrow. Second reading.
tomorrow will be
Tuesday.
second reading and report on Tuesday. Great. All right. So that completes our work on 504. Next up is H505, amendment to the charter of the city of Rutland. And we have before us draft 1.1 of 505, clarifying and getting rid of the reference to ways.
Yes, and the fourth subdivision, which was intended from the ballot language to mean that they could combine any of the purposes that they were putting these funds to. So to incorporate the intent of that subdivision for, make this a little bit easier to read, and to eliminate the term ways, this is written to state that the revenues shall be used for any of the following, listing the deposit and capital improvement reserve fund, reducing the deficit in any underfunded pension, or financing the construction, reconstruction or repair of city infrastructure. And that any, and then following subdivision 2, or means any individually or any combined. And Rep. Nugent asked earlier if we were going to say any combination of. And when I reviewed that, I said no, because that would actually require that they be combined. And the intent is that they can be used individually or in combination.
All right, we've all learned
Navigated it.
about type of drafting. So, and the shall has the effect of making it clear that it's only for these individually or some combination.
Right, without having to use the word only, which was used in the underlying bill, and also set up some of the awkwardness of that clause. Shall only be used for any of the following or a combination of.
That Representative Knott is here. Do you have any thoughts on our clarifying?
No, thank you.
Okay. Thanks for joining us. So, any further discussion, questions about the amendment? I would entertain a motion to move 505 with draft 1.1 as an amendment and find that favorable.
So move.
Representative Higley's moved that we find that favorable. Is there anyone who would like to volunteer to report this bill on behalf of our friends from Rutland City?
I'll do it, but I'm doing one from Shelburne. I don't want to hog all the bills.
You doing the same day?
I don't know when the
Depends on
Shelburne
when,
one's. But it's the similar topic, same topic.
yeah, I'm not sure when Ways and Means is picking this up, but if you want to stay on the local option tax train, Representative Waters Evans, I appreciate your volunteering. It sounds good to me.
Ways and Means is taking up H 489 in 30 minutes.
Oh, so, yeah, so they would be one right after the other if I'm doing it. Well, actually, they have to, this will be after because they'll take this one up and then it'll be the same thing, so.
There's that lag.
Any other discussion? Well, seeing none, the clerk shall commence to call the roll.
Representative Byram,
Yes.
Representative Boyden, yes. Representative Mango.
Yes.
Want to get them? Want me to get them?
Yeah, we'll, if you could, yeah, we'll get your vote and then we'll come back around.
Representative Morgan,
Yes.
Representative Cooper Randolph, Representative Murphy,
Yes.
wait, Burlington. Representative Chase,
Yes.
Representative Waters Evans,
Yes.
Representative Cooper Randolph,
Yes.
Representative Nugent,
Yes.
Representative Higley,
Yes.
Representative McCarthy.
Yes,
For
we'll
Burlington.
hold it open for Representative Cooper.
Burlington.
Burlington,
Burlington.
to be
Let
specific.
the record show the other Hoopers here.
Although I did feel like with the walk-on song before, there was a little bit of Hooper camaraderie, Hooper to Hooper support going on.
One Hooper vote, good for two.
Cooper.
So, yeah, right. You wanna, so this is the vote on moving draft 1.1 amendment of H 505 favorably. And the clerk wants to read the member's name one more time.
Hooper of Burlington.
Yes.
12-0-0.
Great, so we have a 12-0-0 Representative Waters Evans reporting. Thank you very much, Representative Knott, for being here.
I guess I wouldn't see an amendment, making the Board of Aldermen a gender neutral name. I can work on that next year.
We decided to leave that one because we don't want to have to do an entire technical rewrite before we thought that through a little bit.
Don't do that, is what you're saying.
So, committee, before we break for the day, just wanted to do a couple of official heads up. So, tomorrow we will be meeting after the floor. I don't expect the floor to be long. We'll be hearing testimony from a couple of national experts. One who is a former Republican elections official from Utah, the former Speaker of the Colorado House. And I was asked to have them come in and give their perspective on our consideration of S32. So that'll be right after floor. And then in the afternoon, we'll be in the pavilion for the Vermont National Guard Annual Sexual Assault Prevention Response Report, along with our Senate GovOps colleagues. I will be working on a number of things this afternoon, and so folks can find me if you have questions or have notes on the agenda for next week. I'm going to be, we're going to be looking at getting a broad overview from JFO on kind of the pension structure so that we can be in a place where we're all on the same page with what we're talking about with S42, the divestment bill as we consider that. We'll be looking at potential amendments and updates to S17 and taking some more testimony from some sheriffs and other stakeholders who've asked to testify on that later in the week. And I'd say the bulk of our work next week will be 17, 32, and 42. The other pieces that I think we're gonna try to get to a place where we can take some testimony on the Lyndon-Lindenville charter, because I know there are folks from that town who want to testify, and at least just hear the introductions for the last four charters. They're distinct pieces that are charter amendments that were recently passed in the city of Burlington. So I think that'll be a pretty full week next week. Well, go team. Lots of good work. Thanks for everything today. We'll adjourn and go off live.